I don't know what's going on with Derek Fisher. I don't know what's going on in his personal life. But my goodness, does anybody else remember when Derek Fisher was considered like the greatest guy in the NBA? He had his child who was dealing with blindness, right? And he was flying back and forth between LA and Utah as his child was getting all these types of surgeries in the middle of the NBA Finals. And Derek Fisher was always this kind of incredibly warm, personable guy. He was always kind of the thoughtful piece of the Lakers. He was a floor general, a leader. Everybody had nothing but amazing things to say about Derek Fisher, and he just seemed like this guy could be a politician in a really good way. This guy could be a business leader. This guy could be anything. Derek Fisher just seemed to be like what's good in sports. And Derek Fisher has now had a series of the weirdest, I would say, most messed up situations possible. Number one, we remember the Matt Barnes situation where Derek Fisher played with Matt Barnes for 2 years, then started dating Matt Barnes' ex-wife. They're still dating, and Matt Barnes wants to kill him, basically needs a restraining order so that Derek Fisher doesn't get his guts pulled out of him and showed to him like it's Temple of Doom. So he's embroiled in this really bizarre love triangle where crazy Matt Barnes is showing up at his party and threatening to kill him. Derek Fisher also then quickly hired like the day he retired from basketball to be a head coach, and then fired basically within the year. He was supposed to be this incredible young coaching candidate, and the Knicks hire him. Phil Jackson puts all of his trust in him, and Derek Fisher's kind of a mess. Fisher kind of can't coach his way out of a paper bag, and it's too much, and it's too soon, and he just looks like he's doing stupid things. And granted, the Knicks weren't very good, didn't have a lot of great talent, but still there was a lot of moments where people around the league said he's not a good coach. So then he's fired. Now he didn't have a job anymore. And then over the weekend, he's driving with his girlfriend, who is the former Matt Barnes ex, at 3 a.m. in L.A., with her in the car in the passenger seat. He's driving at 3 a.m., which, okay, usually you're not up driving around 3 a.m. unless you were up to something that night. But he drives, he lets the car drift all the way to the right, drives onto the shoulder, drifts all the way over, hits the curb, and the freaking car flips onto its roof and blocks 2 lanes of traffic. And they are in the car on its roof. They are thankfully okay. But think about all of the things that could happen there. And they escape, they unbuckle their seatbelt and escape and get out. Number one, you flip the car and you die. Number one, you flip the car and cars pile into you because you just flipped your car on the 405 in the middle of the night and you die. You flip the car and she dies and you don't. You flip the car and you die and she doesn't. I mean, it's just awful, awful potential there. They are so lucky. And the California PD comes over and says they believe he was drinking. So we got to wait to see what else comes out. But, I mean, that would kind of make sense. 3 a.m., you're both in the car. You flip the freaking car. I mean, this series of bad decisions and bad drama and bad stuff happening to him is like never ending. I mean, Derek Fisher, you're going to sleep with a former teammate's wife. You're going to be embroiled in like player drama when you're a coach. You're going to be quickly fired, and everybody goes, well, this guy's maturity is not where it needs to be if he's going to be a coach. And then you allegedly get drunk and flip your car in the middle of the night on the highway. I mean, what is going on with Derek Fisher?